All right, here we go. Welcome into the San Francisco 49ers Report. Chase Sr. here with you. It is a wonderful Friday as we flip the page to August. Appreciate everybody for hopping on board, supporting the channel, and always watching the show. Niners training camp reaction video is coming up here on the 49ers Report, and I do want to begin August with a bang for the Bang Bang Niner gang. We have a preseason game next Saturday. Regular season is going to be here before we know it. And be sure to hit that subscribe button. Lock us in. Join the movement. If you want Niners news, analysis, reaction videos coming your way every single day year-round on a massive platform that reaches millions of people every single month, and you can be alongside members of the faithful, hit that subscribe button right now. Let's go. All right, today, the 49ers' longest practice so far of training camp, and I'd be hard-pressed to see the Niners practice longer than they did today. So this could go down as the longest practice throughout all of training camp. It was 2 hours, full pads, with 12 combined team periods and a lot of 11-on-11s. And we're going to remember today, and this is a great sign for this Niners defense, as the Nick Bosa day. Absolutely dominated. And on the day where Micah Parsons of the Dallas Cowboys took to Twitter and said, I want to be traded by the Dallas Cowboys, Bosa said, I am a Niner. I am here to dominate, and I am here to show everybody that I'm an elite pass rusher in this game, that I've been slept on the last couple of years, and I can still insert my dominance as one of the top overall defenders in all of football. This is pretty wild. Bosa had 6 would-be sacks. That is a half dozen. Now, I say would-be sacks because you can't tackle the quarterback to the ground in these training camp practices. But the point is, Nick Bosa dominated. And there was a stretch where he had 3 sacks in 4 snaps. He straight up blew up this Niners offense. That is ridiculous production. And while Colton McKivitz did a solid job against Bosa on one-on-one drills, and they've had a pretty good battle going back and forth all throughout training camp. Same can be said for Nick Bosa against Trent Williams. Regardless of where Bosa was, he was finding his way to Brock Purdy. Now, Colton McKivitz may have struggled against Bosa in 11-on-11s. He was ready for a Sam Okuanu spin move, and Colton McKivitz is going into the final year of his deal. He's in a similar situation to Juwan Jennings, a player who's been able to develop under the Niners' watch, wasn't a high-round draft pick, but he's improved. He's played an important role, and he's looking to get a contract extension. Colton McKivitz last year over year, made huge strides and improvements, and he wants to get compensated. He said the other day, I want to be a Pro Bowler. Long way to go in order for that to happen, but him having a good training camp is at least a good start for him, and it's a good sign for the San Francisco 49ers offense, because I think this offensive line is kind of middle tier, but if McKivitz can elevate, it makes that offensive line a lot better, and what has been a weakness at times at right tackle could end up somewhat becoming a strength. The Brock Purdy, Ricky Pearsall connection, it came alive today. Purdy had a good day overall when he was not under siege by Bosa, who was collapsing the pocket, generating pressure on the quarterback. And Purdy was able to link up with Pearsall on a couple of occasions. For Pearsall, it's all about stacking days, popular term this time of the year, and staying healthy so that he can fully become the player who he's capable of being. But when you're in and out of practice and you're missing time here and there and you're banged up, it doesn't allow you to find a groove. It doesn't allow you to find a rhythm, to work on volume and synergy with your number one quarterback. You're just not on the same page in a sport that requires so much timing and precision and feel. Football is a very nuanced, complex game. The other thing, too, when you're missing time in practice, it impacts your conditioning level. That's especially important for a player like Pearsall, who has a good get off at the line of scrimmage at that wide receiver spot, quick feet, short area quickness, good route runner. And we saw last year, he's pretty explosive. You know, his first career touchdown catch against the Bucs went for 45 yards, and he was dashing in the open field. He had that 40-yard end around against the Dallas Cowboys. He performed very well against the Detroit Lions. And so today, to see him start to string together good days, to have 3 catches from Brock Purdy, including a pass from Purdy down the middle of the field, which was a deep ball, good sign. Pearsall looking a little bit stronger, a little bit thicker. He's running well. And he even admitted the key for him is to stay healthy and put it all together consistently. Purdy also had sizable throws and gains to tight end George Kittle, fullback Kyle Juszczyk, although Fred Warner did generate a pressure on Brock Purdy, I should say. But Purdy to Pearsall, it's good to get that connection going. I mean, that's big for this Niners offense in 2025. We saw toward the end of last year, there was more synergy between those two. But with the question marks at wide receiver, Jordan Watkins didn't practice today. If you can get a career year out of Pearsall with Christian McCaffrey healthy, Trent Williams healthy, you know this run game is going to be successful. Demarcus Robinson, good player. Jawan Jennings, once he gets healthy. You can really survive without Brandon Ayuk, but you can be a fun, entertaining, explosive offense. Purdy explained why Pearsall wasn't targeted as much last year. And he said, in our offense, there's usually steps, timing. You're breaking at a certain angle. Ricky was raw with this talent. He had to learn our system, our timing, where I'm throwing the ball. He has a lot of shimmy, love that word, which is great. We need that against man coverage to create separation. The Niners could not, by the way, create separation last year. But there were times he had to learn that he can't take a couple more steps and then break out. I need him there now. I need to get the ball out now. We had a couple of those moments. That's part of getting into the NFL, learning the system, and a quarterback and a receiver talking and getting to know each other. It has gotten better for sure towards the end of the season last year. You saw Ricky come out of his shell and play within our system, especially with that timing. It's a good point. And again, that's the importance of Ricky Pearsall being on the practice field. Robert Salah, high praise of Purdy after he had a good day. Purdy's a damn good quarterback, Salah said. I've said it before. The young man layers the ball as good as anybody in football. He's very good processing, gets the ball in and out of his hands. Such a strength of Purdy. I noticed this right away when he was a rookie in preseason. And then once he started to get those regular season starts after he replaced Jimmy G and Trey Lance, he layers balls with unbelievable touch and anticipation. And that is a constant and a big strength to his game. You know, he doesn't have a rocket for an arm, although his arm is strong enough. He's not the tallest guy. But when you can process well, when you can get the ball out quickly, when you have touch, accuracy, and you can layer balls out there, those are elite skills and attributes. On the defensive side of the ball, this week it has been the rookie defensive tackle C.J. West having a coming out party. He won all 4 of his reps in one-on-ones against Zach Johnson, Matt Hennessy, Nick Sakel, and Drew Moss. And Robert Salah said this about C.J. West. We talked about him earlier this week. Quick get off, violent hands, good technique, good leverage because he's a little bit shorter. Salah said, quote, he's done a really nice job. He's getting better every day. A lot of the things he still has to clean up, like footwork and hand placement, but he's one that we're excited about. He's going to continue to get better, and he'll be a part of the NFL for a long time. If the Niners can get contributions from the rookie defensive lineman, it'll do wonders for this defense. It has, on the other hand, been a little bit up and down for rookie defensive tackle Alfred Collins from a pass rushing standpoint. At times throughout camp, when he's been clamped up, he kind of just gives up. But that's also not his strength. His strength is as a run defender at 6'5", 330, with him being able to occupy so much real estate. But he did display some power today, which is a very good sign. As we know, Niners very thin at that cornerback spot. Without Deommodore Lenoir and Renardo Green, the Niners went with Dallas Flowers and Trey Brown at outside corner. Darrell Luter Jr. also worked in with Upton Stout to get run as the slot corner. I think that is Upton Stout's job to lose. Really like the player. Liked him at Western Kentucky. Talked about him in the pre-draft process here on the show. Salah, high on this rookie as well. He is a straining, scrappy young man Don't fall asleep on his size. The guy plays way bigger than he is, way bigger than he looks, and he's got violence to him. He's got violence to his demeanor. He's coming along really well. Shanahan even said yesterday, very impressed with Upton Stout so far. You know, he might be 5'8", around 180 pounds, but he packs a punch. He plays a lot bigger than that, and he brings that tenaciousness to this defense that the Niners lost and have lost the last couple of years with players like Azeez Al-Shire, Dre Greenlaw, K'Wan Williams, Emmanuel Mosley. So that is a training camp reaction video right here on the 49ers Report. I'm going to join Larry Krueger at some point on Sunday on the Krug Show. That is a Niners off day to talk some Niners training camp. So be on the lookout for that. In the meantime, check us out here on the 49ers Report. Great coverage earlier today. Talked about how the blockbuster NFL news around Micah Parsons, Terry McLaurin impacts San Francisco. Did a deep dive on Trey Lance and my thoughts on his performance last night in the Hall of Fame game. I thought he looked really good. So check that video out. That is up on the channel as well. Hit that subscribe button. Let's begin the new month here in August with a bang. And thank you so much for watching.